What is up? It is a Thirsty Thursday, and we are live. I think we're live. We're supposed to be live. Are we live? Can you see the feed?
No, not yet, but I think that we are good. We
are
good.
We're live. We're live at the Ice House in Clarinda at the Cyclone Fanatic Roadshow.
You guys feel good being home?
This is night number 2. Yeah, it feels good. We had a nice power lunch at Jay's Pizza.
That's right.
Now we're here at my favorite establishment, the Ice House.
I already slammed one Busch Light, so.
I just bumped into my old friend Kevin, who the former owner of the Shittily D. It's good people over there. The great Mike Manuel.
The crowd's already started to show up. They're ready to go. A lot of Iowa State gear.
It's 4:40.
We got an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah, we got quite a bit of time before this thing starts, and people are already here. Got a nice cool Busch Light in front of me. Solid pour from the ladies here at the Ice House. So things are pretty good right now. We had a fun night in Omaha. I had a blast in Omaha. Those people were nuts. And we stayed out. We went to the Old Market after our event at Lumen Beer Company, which was really cool. I love the Old Market. That's just like a really neat area of Omaha.
For some reason, everybody knew Sage. There.
Sage Rosenfels is
like a celebrity.
He's a regular
at the Old Market.
in the Old Market.
One of the oddest friendships I've ever seen formed in all the time that I've been doing this between Sage Rosenfels and Connor Ferguson.
Yeah,
somehow
inseparable by the end of the night.
Yeah, by the end of the night, they're sitting there. They're talking about
like best friends,
Sunbelt quarterbacks.
Sage was just humoring Connor.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Great guy.
No, what a fun night. But it's good to be back home. Yeah, like this is really cool. They've got an awesome setup. You still got time if you're watching and you're within driving distance to.
We're going to be here a while.
To get here, yeah, because they've got an outdoor setup here and like a beer garden and like a stage. And the fellas are currently resting up. We had a bit of a challenge with the players earlier today. So my old man graciously got us hooked up with Velisca Johnny.
This is a 100% true story.
This is real.
To go on a tour of the Velisca Axe Murder House. And the players did it. They didn't want anything to do with it. They did not.
That could have been bad mojo before the fall camp starts,
Anthony
honestly.
Johnson wanted no piece of the spirits in the Velisca Axe Murder House.
Legit. Like
I should have said to them, how can I have confidence that you guys are going to get a stop on 3rd and long?
when you can't even handle.
You can't even show up to the Velisca Axe Murder House.
Not even
These
at night.
are little kids. The ghosts are little
in the
kids.
afternoon.
Yeah, during the day.
During the day. But no, Isaiah and Anthony were like, nope, not having it.
So I didn't really, because I was trying to do some stuff to entertain them today, and I'm like, oh, well, why don't we?
Let's go to the Axe Murder House.
I asked them if they wanted to go tour a farm, and Will didn't think that he had the right shoes.
Okay, fair enough. We don't need to turn.
He was wearing Yeezy slides the last time I saw him.
We don't need to turn an ankle. We don't need the All-American to turn an ankle in a random fireman page.
You know, we got the fair going on, so I'm like, yeah, I want to go horseback riding.
Yeah.
And didn't feel like the Matt Campbell would probably appreciate throwing the half of the starting defense
right on a horse.
So I'm like, oh, what could we do? Let's go to the Axe Murder House. And the guys were not interested, which was disappointing. So
I'm sorry that they don't share your passion for ghost hunting.
We weren't. So I actually, it's funny because Anthony Johnson, we've had a lot of fun with him. He's
all 4 of them have been awesome.
They've been
all
awesome.
4 of them are awesome.
Yeah, the phenomenal guys. Anthony's super funny. And I told him when I was explaining to him that we were going to go hunting. He goes, "What do you do?" And I said, "I'm going to go in there and antagonize the ghosts, and I'm going to start swearing at them to get them to come out." And he was like, "He's like, oh, I don't want to do that.
No part.
I don't want to do that." So we did not end up going to the Velisca Axe Murder House. We all took a nap instead. I think you played video games.
Yeah, I was playing video games. Connor recorded a podcast for Always Race Day. So
good. Connor always be working. That's good. I wanted to thank my friend Josh Wyman at Shore Motor Company. They are sponsoring this event tonight with the Ice House. And this is a sweet setup. This might be my favorite setup of any party we've ever had. And Josh and then George Crawford, an auctioneer down here, have put in a lot of work, too. I think the pictures that will come out of tonight are going to be really, really cool once all these people start showing up. So, again, the Ice House here in Clarinda is where we will be. you're gonna, even if you get here by 7:30, you're gonna be here in plenty of time to watch the program and meet the players, and we're gonna be hanging out here all night.
Do you know? So there's a hotel literally right across the parking lot.
Yes.
Do you know there are any rooms there?
I
I'm just
would
trying to
think
think
that
like those folks coming from Des Moines. You got tomorrow off.
I think
probably camp out. There's another hotel here in Clarinda, right?
Yeah, I think there's a handful of people who are doing that.
Yeah, just
who are
hanging
staying
out
at
for
the
the night.
Cobblestone right here next door.
Yeah, I mean, the event will end at 8. Formally end at 8, 9,
yeah,
but we'll be around.
Not everyone goes to bed at grandpa hours like you, Brent Bloom.
I was up till
Yeah,
1
what is
last
your
night.
deal though?
What?
Last night,
What are you
Like,
talking about? I was in my room at midnight.
We are.
No, it was 12. It
We're
was at
hanging
least
out.
12:30.
We're hanging out at this bar in the old market.
I feel attacked.
Rosenfels is putting on a show. You know, he's yucking it up, having a good time. In Bloom, with no wife, no kids, he doesn't even have a job right now. He's
I am
literally
technically unemployed.
he
at
is
the moment.
literally unemployed at this moment. And Bloom's like, yeah, I think I'm gonna call tonight. No, you're not. What is wrong with
No,
you?
I honestly, Chris, you should understand this.
You're
Maybe
like a Pac-12 beat writer.
right.
That's like
it was,
a
it was,
Mandel
it was a
move.
Mandel move. I agree, but my thinking was, I don't have kids. I'm on my own. I don't have to leave that hotel till 10. Like let's get the sleep bank full, right? Yeah. So we get it 9 hours of sleep. Sounded amazing.
You can sleep when you're dead.
All I'll say is that right now, anybody who wants to show up here at the Ice House, we got the 2018 Iowa State-Kansas State game on up here.
So
I remember how this one ends. I think it'd be a fun couple hours here to watch before the event starts.
Do you think our K-State friends remember how that ended?
The guy who owns
Probably
the Ice House
not.
now, Brandon, is a huge Iowa State fan. And he's really the reason that we're down here. Unfortunately, Brandon and his family had a pre-booked trip to Hawaii. So Brandon's not going to be here tonight. But I'm guessing that Brandon probably has like an entire library of Iowa State games of just ass kickings that we're probably going to have on throughout the game.
18 K-State's a favorite. Because remember, Iowa State had not beaten Bill
Is
Snyder.
this the game when – no, 20 was the game that was just a total blowout.
Yeah,
this
that
is when
was-
they come back in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, this was the Mike Rose fumble, pick
Half
six.
the people left.
Yeah.
Big comeback.
So I said this
This
last
is Bill
night.
Snyder's last game as the K-State coach.
Let's talk about the guys who are with us on the road show.
Yeah.
I said this last night, and I wanted to see if you agree with me, Bloom, with your historical reference. Is Isaiah Lee's performance against West Virginia his
The
freshman
same
year?
That's this year.
That's one of my favorite stories as far as a game of an individual, because I had no clue who he was really. I mean, other than
Ray Lima was so good.
Ray Lima was all conference.
Ray Lima's
Iowa
on
State-
staff, by the way, now. You know that?
Yeah, I did
He's
know.
a
I
graduate
heard that.
assistant.
But Iowa State had been so poor at defensive tackle for so long. Lima comes in, it's kind of like the savior of that group, and he gets out with a concussion. Isaiah comes in and just locks it down. And
As a true freshman.
It feels like that was so long ago, but Isaiah is still going to be kind of the clog on this defense going into this season. That's one of my favorite games.
And he's one of those guys that hasn't gotten a lot of attention in his time. He did get for that game, and then he really came on. If you look at the last half of last season, he was potentially Iowa State's best defensive player and played a lot of snaps. They were dinged up a little bit on the D-line. But Isaiah is one of those guys you don't hear a lot about, but he does a lot of the dirty work. And what a phenomenal dude. He's an easy guy to root for.
Yeah, he's really got a great personality.
But
we've learned that the last couple
He's got you
days.
saying bet now.
Yeah, that's my
still
new
don't
word.
understand
Bet.
I
mean, it basically means bet.
It basically means bet.
Okay, right?
Sounds good.
It's kind of like finna.
Cool. Yeah.
Cool.
Finna.
That doesn't.
I'm finna have more of this beer.
bet.
I don't understand it.
Bet.
Regardless,
You bet. It's like you bet. You
okay,
bet.
let me make an actual point here.
Bet.
Iowa State, with the biggest stat under the resurgence of Iowa State football is run defense. That has been the most important stat. If you look at what happened in the change from the 4-man front to the 3-man front and what was successful after that, it's that Iowa State moved from giving up 4.5 yards a carry to around 3. And that completely transformed everything about it. And you look at last year even, Iowa State wasn't quite as good as they had been, but still around 3.3. Isaiah Lee is low-key one of the most critical pieces of the season this year. big number 93.
I would completely.
Because I don't know. I mean, you got Singleton there, right? I don't know who else is working inside for Iowa State. So
Howard Brown.
Howard Brown a little bit.
Yeah.
And then the young guy, you've heard good things with Williams, with Dominic Orange,
Yeah, Dominic
from
Orange,
Kansas City.
Or is
It
some
sounds like
people-
he's a freak for what size he is.
And then
he's a big dude.
The other kid from Houston who's going to be pretty good too.
Tyler.
On Yedem.
Yeah,
On Yedem.
On
Yep.
Yedem, yeah.
Also potential. So there's a lot of new faces there, but I think Lee's one of those anchors that will be critical. And after getting to know him a little bit, excited for his season. By the way, Will McDonald's still good.
He's hilarious. Isaiah said today we were having lunch and I got some appetizers, and so we do have a Bloom. We're putting Bloom up to a test here coming up. We'll talk about that in a minute. But I got 2 things of cheese balls and 2 things of the fried mushrooms, like the fried mushrooms. You all know what that is. And I asked Isaiah if he wanted some mushrooms, and he goes, "I don't eat fungi." That was a great quote.
Great
Well,
quote.
then
That was a phenomenal quote.
quote.
And then Tavon Kyle started telling us, because Will McDonald had never had pineapple on pizza before. Didn't know that was a thing. And so they just started to discuss the other fruits that could potentially be on pizza, and Tavon threw out grapes. And he was
actually
convinced that
interesting.
grapes would go on pizza. So if you guys ever find out about great
It's-
pizza, Tavon Kyle gets the credit for that
It
one.
turned into quite the conversation, though,
Yeah.
because and I was like, well, if you put like strawberries or blueberries on the pizza, then they
Okay.
will like bleed and dye the pizza, and then it takes aesthetically away.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. Those 4 guys, what are they thinking about us right now?
Oh,
They think we're idiots.
Yeah.
yeah. I don't think
That's
that I think they like us, but
Yeah,
they're
like,
I don't-
oh gosh, like okay.
I think they've done especially want to chill with.
Yeah, they're
us.
just here to meet the fans.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah. Well,
Well, last night Isaiah did say you deserve a T-shirt.
Yeah.
So.
yeah, he did. And, I mean, I think I was thinking of one last night. We need to do a Bloom shirt, like a caricature of Bloom, and just have it say for reference.
2 scale. It probably fit on the shirt. So
Don't you
Well,
think
it's
that
my
could
own
be-
short joke. It's my own short joke.
That'd
See
be a
that?
good shirt, though, for reference.
While you're
I'm
taking a
for it.
shot of white sauce.
Yeah, okay, so here's the deal. And let's see how much money we can raise here on social media
Oh boy.
for the We Will Collective, which is Bloom's new job, is raising money. So Bloom
doing that.
has a passionate hatred for white sauce of any kind. He doesn't eat.
Queso's the one outlier.
I don't believe
And
queso's a
Chipotle,
sauce.
Chipotle ranch.
And Chipotle ranch. But that's not really white. That's like orange.
Yeah, yeah.
Queso, in my opinion, is just melted cheese. That's not a sauce.
Okay, I agree. That's why I
In
will
my
eat it.
opinion.
Yeah.
Ranch, mayonnaise,
Sour cream.
sour cream. If it's a white sauce, Bloom's not going to eat it. So earlier today, I offered to donate $100 to the collective in Bloom's honor if he would take a shot of ranch dressing, and he wouldn't do it. I'd like to see how much money we could get
I have
raised
my limits.
for Bloom to do a shot of ranch dressing, and then I will also like to have that followed with a cup of mayonnaise.
Is
No,
it possible
no,
to put
okay,
like a
they-
subject line if you make a donation? Put in a subject line.
Yeah,
like,
white
hey,
sauce
for the
Bloom.
white sauce.
Are you here to raise some money or not? Because I thought you came here for a good cause.
No, I am here for a great cause, and it's to support guys like this.
Yeah,
but
okay.
a man's got
All you
a,
have to do is drink
there's
some
a-
ranch and mayonnaise.
A line of demarcation that you're only willing to go down. I did say, what's the cost for a hospital bill? Because that's where I'm going
You're
to end up.
not. Why would you go to the hospital
Food
for
poisoning.
eating ranch?
Food poisoning.
That's not going to happen.
And there is a hospital right over there, though.
It's literally
Yeah.
right there.
Like
yeah.
right across the
My
street.
sister works there. We have insiders.
I don't know.
We got all sorts of people
I don't know.
in this
If,
town.
I don't know if it's worth it.
Yeah, we know everybody in this town.
We'll see how the night goes. People want to contribute and
How much money
and
can
send
we
me a
raise
note
to get Bloom
for
to
the,
chug
for the
some
white
ranch?
sauce fund, then I will debate it.
Anyways, I learned about Will McDonald. He's really into cars. He likes to renovate cars,
Interesting.
which I thought was fascinating.
Didn't he say like vans? Is that something that you guys were talking about? Like
No, we were watching. It's the most Clarinda thing ever. We were watching this old man curb check his van.
Oh, geez.
This old man was pulling up to Jay's, and he just ran his van right into the curb.
Well, they've had some
Yeah.
times where.
Where
skip right up over
that guy
the curb.
drove right into the bank that one day.
Yeah.
Were you at KMA when that happened?
I don't think so.
Man, that would have been a hell of a story if all of a sudden
my
the guy
goodness.
in his old Chrysler van ramped right up into the restaurant while we were sitting there with the Iowa State football players.
Yeah.
Do people know Will McDonald's going to be the all-time Big 12 sack leader?
Man, is it
Can
possible?
he be flying under the radar
Yeah.
as an All-American?
It certainly feels like it to me.
Nobody talks about Will McDonald.
Like, because he was always kind of like in Jaquan's shadow a little bit. Like, and then last year,
He still had like 11 sacks last
he
year.
was great, but I think the story of last year was, they only went 7-5.
Correct.
As opposed to the being,
How good he was.
I think that you're onto something.
There's nobody talks about Will McDonald. Like, he's not even getting attention as... I mean, the Alabama guys get attention, as they should. And those are elite top 5 picks. But Will's going to pass Von Miller as the all-time Big 12 sack leader. He's not just going to pass him. He's going to destroy the record by potentially, he's 5 behind right now, or what is it, Jared, 3 behind?
4.5.
4.5 is in the middle. He could get that against SEMO in the first game. He's so good. He's added 15 pounds.
Would you rather take Will McDonald in his prime or Jason Berryman? I was having a discussion with
I'd
this.
taken Berryman. Sorry. Or not Berryman. Sorry,
McDonald?
I'm taking McDonald. McDonald's bigger.
Yeah, he's a more modern edge rusher.
He's a big guy.
Yeah, I would
now,
too.
if
We had this debate last night.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, he's what, 6'4.5", 6'5"?
Yeah,
Like, he
and
looks like
in every inch of
He
it.
he looks like a power forward or a small forward at the next level. Like, he's an impressive
Didn't he
looking
have
guy.
Jared basketball offers? Wasn't Will a really good basketball
Yeah.
player?
He was a really good
And a
basketball
high
player,
jumper.
but I don't know that he had. No, he was a discus
Or
thrower.
a discus. I think it was
Will
both.
was?
Yeah, he was both.
He won the state discus
he
championship
jumped
in
like-
Wisconsin
look it up.
wearing Converse All Stars.
No, and he jumped. Look up Will McDonald high jump real quick. I want to say he cleared something crazy.
Well, there's a video of him on Twitter jumping over a car.
The guy is an unbelievable athlete.
Yeah,
Unbelievable. Like, I know like the guys that.
He did qualify for state in the high jump, but was a state champion in the discus.
Okay, so we're both right. But maybe the best athlete that's ever played for Iowa State football.
He finished. Okay, so his senior year, he won the state championship in the discus, and then finished third in the high jump.
That combo is obscene.
Yeah.
And I think the legend is he did it, like you said, in Converse shoes.
Yeah. He's a pretty unbelievable athlete, man.
So get used to enjoy number 9 while we still have him.
we've enjoyed having Tavon around with us as well. Bloom, as you know, he's a really
Incredible story.
neat story, and as far as he's come, and I was kind of talking with him a little bit about just sticking it out. Could have been a guy after your sophomore year, maybe,
And he played early. He played as
did.
a young guy, and then kind of got
Yep.
put behind some others. And
he's going to
kept
be
fighting.
a focal part. But the defense this year, it starts with 2 of the guys that are with us, with Isaiah and Will. We'll see kind of where everything else develops on that defensive line as far as that goes. But I mean, wouldn't the question, if you're going to have if you're going to start breaking this down, would be at linebacker? I mean, Orion is obviously a stud. We know what you're getting there.
And Reeder is going to be good. He's 24 years old.
I like him a lot.
I think he's going to be a great player. I think, but I agree. The linebacker depth, and I would say the corners are a little bit untested still.
Hey, Matt, could you get the bartender's attention? Give 4 cold Busch Lights. Maddie?
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
Matty.
we'll get it.
Hey,
Yeah,
I feel like
He's behind.
he's
He's
working.
behind because
Yeah.
he's
He's
listening to
working.
the
Yeah.
live stream.
God bless. Yeah, just
thank
let
you,
her.
man. Yeah, it's a delay.
Stansbury
Put it on the tab.
Stansbury just you drink the beer faster than the average bear.
Is it the height thing?
Does this shock you? I don't
Is
know.
it being
Is it a
back?
height
It's
thing?
like
Yeah,
a
like you're
surprise that I
feeling-
can
Is
drink
it
a lot
like
of beer.
I'm back in
feeling
Page
in your
County?
home?
And I'm regretting it now because I got to get up and go to the bathroom. But I'm
No,
sitting here waiting
suck
for
it
you
up,
guys.
Suck it up, old
Yeah,
man.
you're like 25.
No,
Relax.
The defense is it's less interesting to me the closer we get to camp because I feel better about it. Like I thought we would at this point I have more question marks. Where it's more like now, like I'm really focusing on this offense.
Yeah,
more
so. That's a great question. Are you more confident this
I don't
year
know.
in the offense or the defense?
The only question I would have about the defense, and it has less to do with personnel, I actually think that they've got a lot of these guys that are going to just plug and play. It would be more the Big 12 has changed a lot as far as offenses go, schematically, and what does Iowa State and the professor do to combat that? Do you play more for? I don't know.
Good point.
They were so good at adjusting with the dime stack. Now that the Big 12 is really becoming more of a run-oriented league, physical, does that start to deter you at some point? And I don't know the answer to that. That John Haycock's a lot smarter than I am.
Well, and to this point, like we talked about earlier, Iowa State has still been able to stop the run with 3, regardless.
Yeah.
Will the running game catch up with that? Where are we at with?
It's okay. You can come on the camera. You're fine. Thank you.
She's got the right shirt on, so we're good.
She's wearing the right color.
No, I think it's a fascinating question of as the dime stack has become popular, how much does the offense catch up now? It's been a couple of years, but is everybody going to catch up and find a way to beat that? And so far they haven't, but maybe this is the year. And then what do you do? I think Iowa State, just from a depth perspective, would prefer to stay what they've been doing.
Well, that's what they're built for.
I don't know. There are some numbers in the secondary. Some of those versatile guys are like a Malik Verdon, big size. Anthony Johnson at safety is exciting because he can come up and stop the run now, which will be great. The staff cannot talk enough about Bo Freiler. I mean, the guy is, I think, hot take on, not to be Stephen A. Smith here, on July 28th. Outside of Will McDonald, I think Bo Freiler is the best defensive player in Iowa State.
Wow.
I think he's that good. I think he's that much of a game changer.
You put him over Orion?
And Anthony Johnson?
I know. I think I am.
Big statement.
I think I am. I think he's that good and that important. And I understand why you don't talk about Bo right now.
I mean, those are multiple-time Big 12. All Big 12
I understand,
guys.
but it's hot take Thursday here in the Ice House. That's a hot take for you. I'm that high on Bo.
He's really good.
He's really good.
Yeah. No,
and if you talk to anybody,
I'm not going to kill you for it.
The offseason, I guess, has been incredible for that guy. Big fan.
I mean, from what I understand, there's a reason why Ishim was looking around, because his snaps were being cut in half.
Yeah, I've heard the same.
I mean, clear. I'm not. You'd
rather
have
Ishim than not.
I'm not saying like I wish that he had left, because he's a really good player, but
just remember the name.
Yeah. Well.
Okay,
we'll
can we
Fall camp
revisit
starts next week?
We'll revisit this in 4 months, and you can tell me how right I was.
We can absolutely do that.
Okay.
I look forward to doing that. We are, fall camp. What the schedule came out today, Stansbury.
Starts on Tuesday.
Media Day's on Tuesday, and it's here. Like, we're done.
Yep.
Like, the whole the summer's over. Anything realignment we need to touch on, fellas?
Pretty quiet, right?
Not that I'm aware.
I haven't seen anything.
Yeah.
The Pac-12 commissioner.
I will.
Supposed to speak today.
It is interesting that Kevin Warren in the Big Ten basically kneecapped the Pac-12 again yesterday.
Yeah.
Or was that Tuesday? By saying that they're still looking at expansion.
Do you want my theory?
Yes.
Fox, ESPN.
I know. It all comes down to that.
Fox is trying to kill the Pac-12.
Mm-hmm.
And Fox, you're telling me that Kevin Warren and that relationship that they have with Fox, who is the majority owner of the Big Ten Network, the only entity right now that really wants the Pac-12 to survive is ESPN, because they don't want to lose those games, and they fear that if the Big 12 gets those Pac-12 schools and the Big 12 goes with Fox and, say, Amazon or CBS or whatever.
They got no West Coast programming.
Which, this is a good thing for the Big 12, though, because it increases competition and really increases like the need for a thriving Big 12 to exist.
In good shape. Nothing has changed in the last couple of days, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I don't either. I do think that the one thing I've found interesting is the narratives and whatnot that are out there. I mean, you're seeing like our guy like Stu. He's starting to get really chippy. He's starting to like.
Who's feeding him the info? I think it's the Oregon State AD. I've heard some rumors.
Really?
Like they're all buddies with that guy. And
That guy likes to talk?
He's going to be left in the cold, so he's trying to drum up some support. Just a theory for you. Good night ahead.
Good night ahead. Shout out to our friends here at the Ice House. Come on down and join us. Shore Motor Company. Bloom's bought a vehicle from Shore.
I did. Yep, I did.
Have you?
I have.
Oh, God bless you, Matt Van Winkle.
Look at this.
Appreciate you. Yeah, we'll be out until...
The hotel's right there. I just want to remind everybody we can just walk there tonight.
Yeah. Well, the Page County Fair's going on,
reference.
too.
Okay.
I kind of thought we'd go...
I'm not going to the Page County
you want
Fair.
to go cow tip?
Nothing against the folks down there at the fair board, but man,
What's
I'm
your
not
problem?
not going to the Page County Fair.
I got married at the fairgrounds.
Good for you.
I'm not
sure that
kidding.
was invigorating at Whipham Hall.
First dance with your wife, and you smell pig shit.
Manure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, what have I done?
The cattlemen from glorious Page County were our caterers. They just brought a bunch of meat and threw it on the grill.
Great people down there with the Page County Fair board, but I'm good.
Why do you hate where you come from? Page County Fair is a big deal in these parts. We're the county
You guys
seat.
have a Runza down here.
You're the one who ran an event competing with the Page County Fair, and you're telling me how
I
big of a
didn't-
deal the Page County Fair is.
No, we're enhancing it. People come hang out, and then they go to the fair after our event.
Right.
Hope to see everybody tonight.
Yeah. Come on down and join us. Thanks to Matt Van Winkle.
Matt-
He made it all the way down from Polk County.
He's the best.
He's running video right now. He's going to be taking pictures.
Is the Polk County Fair just the state fair?
No. I've been to the Polk County
They have
Fair.
another- there's
and
another Polk County
it's-
Fair?
It's horrible.
Well,
that
then we
the-
have the real one. Like, we got the big
No,
fair.
there will be more people at the Page County Fair than go to the Polk County Fair.
That doesn't surprise me.
Des Moines has a state fair.
That's what I'm saying. We get like
No, there
they have
is
the
a
real
Polk
fair.
County Fair, and it sucks. Because I like to take the girls
Story
down.
County have a fair?
Yeah,
I'm sure they do. Everybody has a fair.
Probably fairgrounds are probably
The
what Nevada.
Polk County
in
Fair.
Story City, maybe?
There's like nobody
They're
there.
in
Yeah,
Nevada.
Nevada.
There would be more people at the Page County Fair in Clarinda than the Polk County Fair in Des Moines.
I feel like this is a really insightful program.
Yeah, it is.
We
Yeah,
talked
it is.
about what type of fruits we would like on pizza. We didn't get to the William Hung stuff. We'll have
It's
to do
okay.
that.
I really gotta go to the bathroom. I can tell you're dragging this out because you know I have to go to the bathroom.
We wouldn't do that, Jared.
Honestly, I wasn't doing that, but now.
Now we will.
Thanks for everybody
Yeah,
for watching. Appreciate
Cheers.
you
Thank
guys.
you, everyone.
If you were watching from Omaha, we had a blast with you last night. More content coming up. Fall camp starts next week, baby. Thanks for watching. Take care. Jared's gotta go.